What I found was a 1998 Dodge Ram with a V10, rust-free, one-owner truck, clean Carfax. It's a high mileage example with 220,000 miles on it. I figured now I've got decent lighting. It's a little bit shadow, but oh well, and windy, you have to just deal with that. Finally got decent weather and lighting to actually show you the truck. Well, so far we've been driving it, and you see, these are the issues that it has. If you look at the chrome, she's peeling a little bit. That could be wrapped or peeled off and wrapped in another color, or just get another one, I suppose. But she's absolutely rock star solid. There's no rust anywhere along the body at all. Of course, right there is why we bought it. Come around the rear quarter, same thing. Listen to that. Let's listen to that. Absolute solid. The paint is still on the frame to most degree. Couple dings and dents, nothing big. The biggest one is in the back. This right here. That's the worst dent of all. I've noticed some oil splatter back here. There's oil coming out of that diff. I think it's coming out of that tube. Vent tube or something. Either that or it's smoked the pinion bearing. Not the bearing. Smoked the pinion seal. That's what it looks like to me. It's dripping, it means there's still oil in it. Plus it's getting hot. Making a pit stop in Evanston, Wyoming at a Walmart. Want to take a look at that diff. I'm not happy with the oil that's coming out of it. I don't know if it's a bad seal, if the pinion bearing's gone out and it's just not chasing the shaft enough and leaking, or if the vent tube jammed up. I have no idea. So I'm gonna crawl underneath and try to check it out. Naturally, the truck's two-wheel drive and difficult to get under. That ain't loose at all. She's just leaking. The bearing seems okay. It's not loose. I mean, You could crank it side to side, but that's in the slack in the transmission. But the bearing feels tight, like if it was bad, you'd know it. There's a tube that comes from the vent up over into the frame. Usually it was filled with sand or dirt. So I'm just gonna take that tube off. We'll replace it when we get home. And I'm gonna get oil, we'll fill it up. So I'm gonna run inside, get that oil, and something to cut that tube. I think what's going on, which is typical of any of these rears with a tube going up over the frame, is it's plugged. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the tubing, that way it vents just to atmosphere. Let that dangle, ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'll blow on it quick, see if I get anything out of it or in it. All right, it's full. That's loose too. Ain't right. So now we know the diff is definitely venting, because that housing, I could blow through it now with the cap off. A little slow. Right there. No metal on the magnet. And vent tube going up over the frame, air moves a little, but it's definitely giving me a little resistance just to blow on it. Okay. There we go. Took a quart. Not too bad. Oh, now we know the diff is full, and there's definitely not a vent problem now. So we'll find out if it's a bad pinion seal or if it's just pressurizing the vent tube. Either way, getting back on the highway, back eastbound. See how far we can get through Wyoming tonight. My goal is at least to get into Nebraska, maybe get as far as Sydney, but we'll see. Not really sure. About this engine, it's so torquey. I didn't even have to downshift to do that. Just let it lug a little. This thing's got gobs of torque. Right here is that chain up area. In the winter time, if the snow gets bad enough, they'll make the semi trucks and certain cars, depending on the tires you have, they'll make you chain up in there to get over the next pass. You know, if anybody has seen any of the YouTube videos of some of the really wild and crazy pileups that happen in Wyoming, Wyoming winters are very, very difficult to deal with as a truck driver. It doesn't have to even snow. You could just literally have snow from weeks or months past laying around, and then it get real windy. We usually refer to that as a ground blizzard. It's not actually snowing. It doesn't show on the radar, but the roads are treacherous because all the snow gets blown onto the highway, and it may as well be snowing at that point. So That's why you also see the speed limit signs in Wyoming is lit up, because they'll change them depending on where you're at, depending on road conditions. Also, if it gets bad enough, they'll straight shut the road down, and then you either have to go around or wait it out. Like that sign back there said, if 80's closed, turn around and go back to Evanston. Well, then you just sit there and wait out until the storm gets better, or until you can find another route around if you gotta go that bad. But that's Wyoming for you. Between Evanston and Little America, you have a set of mountain ranges. For lack of a better term, it's 3 good-sized hills. Drivers typically call them 3 sisters. They're just 3 good-sized hills that are decent-sized pulls. Some exit is closed, so we're gonna go by and check it out. And I don't know what's burning, but whatever it is, it's up. I wonder if it has to do with this train sitting there. He's just sitting there. There's a pickup next to it. I wonder if we'll see it. Stuff. They broke the train. I bet something on the train is burning. The exit is closed. We're there they. All that smoke. Yeah, see the trains right there. Look at the train car fire. Morning, Laramie, Wyoming, windy as heck. That's the next day, and the big V10 needs gas. Let's check something out here quick. The truck took 27.3 gallons it took. All right, so from here to Ogden, O-G-D-E-N, Ogden, Utah, 390 miles. So 390 divided by 27 equals 14.4 mpg at 80 miles an hour, mind you, with a V10. I thought they say this thing couldn't pass gas stations. Honestly, it don't look no worse than it did when I took this apart yesterday. But there's still oil. You can see the droplets still dripping. So right there. I don't think you dripped enough to worry about. Yeah, he just got somebody. It'll take him long to get rid of him though. I'll wait till he gets by. I'll be thinking to yourself, what am I worried about that cop for? Well, let's see. Oh shit, there he is still, right there. I'm on a 30-day temp tag. I have no plates on this truck. Yeah, it's legal, but that don't mean that it ain't a reason to be hassled. Think about it, bald guy from New Jersey in Wisconsin with an out-of-state truck with no tags. Not like that's never happened before. Me getting bothered. Oh well, it's just part of the deal. Although if he did pull me over, probably get more views on this video. Maybe I should go back? Nah. Why risk it? I don't have any piercings, so let's keep it that way.
my truck! As soon as I saw you pull up.
Well, there it is. It's real, and it made it all the way.
There it is, Josh, see?
Hey, it's a truck.
It's my beautiful truck. I love it. Love it. A V10 Magnum. Hell yeah! You know, for a first vehicle, a V10 Magnum ain't that bad.
Grill goes up with the hood.
I didn't realize you push.
Yep.
I didn't know you push it up. Hell yeah. That's amazing.